You're being prepped, you're being primed, you're being prepared. Everything you've ever gone through is leading up to a culminative moment in your life. Everything you're drawn to is creating an individual that's supposed to perform at some second along the way of your path. And multiple times you're going to be tested to see if you're the person who's going to pull off this endeavor. If you look at my life, how can you not believe that I was fully created for this position to help so many? And are you hearing the path that you're being called in the same manner? I was being prepared the whole time. When I first got busted, the first fucking moments in a cell, push-ups, 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 get swole, get swole, get swole. Was that me? Was that my idea? Or was that God? Was that my conscience telling me, get swole, get swole, get swole? Because everyone else was hearing it. They just didn't do it because they got in the way. Then my goal over the years, like I said, was to be 220, doing sets of 20 pull-ups with 20-inch arms. And I did that a couple years in. And it was like, you got to get tatted with all prison ink. You got to earn your ink in Cali prison and get tatted. So I had Bad Boy from Eastside Bowling Locos tattoo me at Delano, did most of my shirt. I had Swally in the shoe, do my 1904 in my socks. I had Anthony Wilson from Dago co-sign on my Dago rocker. And then John from SFV laid the ink. All this was done at Delano. So when we first got some ink, some calligraphy ink that we needed, people were able to burn ink there too, but I was being turned into this individual. And I always say acquire what you admire, but was this my choice? Or was I supposed to get through to all the people I've reached because I'm the person that they would listen to from what I've been through, what I created, what I've done, and my results? If I was sacrificial enough with my time and my life, and I really put the work in, if I created that individual that could guide and lead. And I think all you guys hear this message from above, and you're just not listening. You're supposed to lead your people, your group of people. There's supposed to be individuals like me all over the world guiding people. Everybody's supposed to lead those around them in this way. So by the time I was blasted, I was 220 plus, doing sets of 20 pull-ups with 20-inch arms, wrecking workouts. Then I was just drawn to quotes, the wisdom of the ages. So I was on a call with a client this morning, youngster. He gets it, Zach Bryn on Instagram. He gets it. He really does. He's young. He's like 25. And he goes, I have to just keep practice speaking. I got to just keep practicing my videos and practicing my speaking. And I'm like, he's like, what? I'm like, didn't I teach you better than this? There's no speaking. There's no practice. There is just alignment and you sticking to the daily habits of alignment that you're being called from in your chest to adhere to where you become an enlightened state and you're that antenna from above. When you're fully aligned, you're an antenna to above where you can download messages and you actually become an entity that God speaks through when you're aligned. Now, the longer you've lived in this path of alignment, free from the drugs and alcohol, always pushing yourself physically to earn these messages and strengthen your body, resisting the overconsumption of foods, which is one of the first ways you tap out of this message. The second you overeat, look at fasting is linked to all religions. People withhold food so they can make that offering to God. You're like, I won't even eat so I can talk to you. So when we're living in a caloric deficit and training hard, it's just enough to keep us fueled and strong and keep that message, that line above, open. Nobody really knows all this stuff because they didn't have time to put it together like I did. But do it. Wake up in the 4 a.m. club. Eat your proper macronutrients each day to where you're in a caloric deficit and you're fucking lean. You're suffering each day. Each day you're fighting. You're existing within yourself, not in the external world, because all you're thinking is, I'm hungry. Oh my God, I'm hungry. I don't think I can make it. And then your self-talk becomes strong because you're actually testing yourself all day. But 4 a.m. club, wake up at least. Caloric deficit, proper macros to where you still build muscle. Vigorous, intense workouts. They went on long, enduring treks back in the day to push themselves. Like I've said before, prayer isn't an assumed position. They fell to their knees. They walked so many miles from city to city, fucking country to country, and just fell at the altar. And that was them paying homage above. That was the offering they would give as their life. I'll barely eat. I don't need any food. I don't need anything. I need God's message. And I'll fall at the altar and give my all. That's my offering to you. My life. Are you even close to doing that with anything that you want answers in? These answers are earned. So when you live in this manner, you're tapping in. You're an antenna to this message. This infinite wisdom that's been around, wisdom of the ages, it's been around since the dawn of time, since creation. And every man has heard it once he became aligned enough to hear the message. That's why once the vices go, you start to hear it. And when you, in between your drinking and drugging and your bullshit, you know how that voice comes in loud? Because the drugs and drinking are wearing off. You're getting able to hear the message. And usually your food intake's at a low right then because you were on a binge. This is the reality of it. Long enduring treks, caloric deficit, fasting, and waking up early to sit with self and really, when the world's quiet, meet God. And people are always like, they always ask me why I'm up so early. If you even knew what I experienced by living my days the way I live them, you would understand. I'll be on calls with people who live the way I live and they're in alignment. We'll just be covered in chills talking about something that is so miniature, like just something that seems so minuscule to the masses, when we have everything they could ever want. Two very successful people. And we're just vibing, feeling a feeling that most will never even understand. That feeling of alignment, that connection. Because what do you think this is? When you're in that fasted state, and I'm not telling you guys to fast, I still want you to hit your proteins, carbs, and fats, but I want it to be barely enough to fuel your muscles for growth and to keep the body fat low. Because I work in today's fucking, the actualities of today for you to look and feel your best. So when you're at that place, when you're fully in alignment, what's that about? It's all about connection. You're connecting above, connecting on this call, you're connecting to nature. Every single thing in your life that passes you by will have a message coming from above. A bird will send you a message. The sun, a person, an event. Messages come from everything when you're connected to life and you're living your purpose and you're in alignment. People ask, I can't make any content because you're in the way, you fucking weirdo. Live correctly and tap in. Live correctly, get in alignment, become an offering, and watch how you'll never struggle again, because it was never you in the first place. He was just trying to get you out of the way. You were in the way the whole time. Once he gets you out of the way and he can use you as his entity down here doing his bidding, passing along the message, doing the work, you'll have everything you need to keep going. You'll be tested more than anyone. And that will be you showing him that you're ready to keep going on bigger and bigger challenges. Don't try to live an average life of man. Literally. Get in alignment. Become that antenna to source knowledge and watch how your life changes. I know exactly what I'm here to do. Sometimes people tell me, oh, I saw 777. I'm hearing God talk to me. And they'll keep telling me over and over how they're hearing these messages, they're seeing them. And I'm like, stop telling me. The fact that you're telling me so much is that you're doubtful. I don't doubt you. I know you're every time your conscience speaks to you, that is God. The authentic voice of our Creator. Every time your conscience tells you. And you guys always ask me, Wes, how do you know it's your conscience? It's the hard thing. You've never doubted a positive act. Never. But you've tried to negotiate a negative one into your life, correct? Love you guys. It's too easy. I can't lose because I just have to not break character. And trust me, at my level, look how many tests I get. Do you know how many bitch-ass little lame motherfuckers try to test me and they know I'll break the fuck out? They know I just wouldn't even care to lose or win. They know I just wouldn't let them ever fucking try to get an inch on me. That's why none of these fucking pussies have ever tried. And whenever they talk shit, I say Elevation Gym, 5 a.m. on weekdays, 8 a.m. on weekends. If you really got such a problem with me, you can pull up. I don't want to fight, but I sure as will fucking finish anything that ever comes my way. You guys don't understand. I know exactly who you're not, because I lived the way you wish you could the last 17 years of my life. That's why I'm where I am, and most you motherfuckers are where you are, and that's okay. Just understand you got a lot to fucking learn, and that learning is only done through application, motherfucker. You can't jump ahead because you read a fucking book, dipshit. Motherfuckers lived it. Love you guys. Let's do this shit.